Natish, I just wanted to take you over a couple of different options. So this first option here, starting on the outside, looking at having an entrance to the front of the house with the front gate there. This is the style of fencing that Dave and I were talking about when we were on site. Doing this front fence it's a steel blade. So what you can see here, it's 1.8 meters in height. It goes around that 45-degree corner, around the corner, and meets up with the with that long side boundary. Now the side boundary is going to be in the mini. It's called mini orb. It's a very small corrugated tin fence, as per the requirements of your council. So the driveway in this case is an exposed ag. We're going to come into the house. The porch. It may be a step down here, where the front path is in the tile that you've got selected. And then I'd really like to see this continue just straight across the front here. And what I've done on this particular design is I've given you lawn with the garden bed around the outside. We come around the side, we'll move to an exposed aggregate, and then I'll bring the fence in around here. And I've actually just copied the mini orb back to the house. Now the actual position of the gate will just be determined by the gas meter and pipes and things like that. Down the side of the house, in this particular design, I've gone for exposed aggregate because it's cheap and it's just a nice solid surface. We come around the back, and what I've done with your alfresco space is extended that right out to the boundary, giving you a little bit of lawn space, paving space out the back, and then down the side where your services are, again, just go back into exposed ag. We'll sort out all the drainage that's required through there. I would like to see the nice paving at the back of the house as opposed to the concrete. It's just smarter and nicer. I'd like to get something up on that brick wall, and this boundary fence. On the next concept, I want to show you what we can achieve on this boundary fence. I would like to get some screening up there and some privacy. In this particular case, you can see how I've got a dining table sitting out there in the sun and some lounge furniture in the shade, and I've pushed the barbecue onto the boundary where the street is. And so the alfresco space becomes nice and functional for you to be able to lounge and dine in, and that's only really achievable if we push out towards the boundary. Option number 2, we did talk about putting in an entranceway on the corner here. So I've got a curved path that takes you towards the front porch there. Same sort of fencing. This time I've taken that down to only 1 meter in height, just to act as a boundary. The driveway, you showed me a picture of a driveway with paving, so I thought we'd just go with a grey paver and actually use the bricks that are on the house as headers around all the pieces of paving. So we step off the driveway, come onto the porch, various plants throughout the garden, and here's this lawn that wraps around the front here with the path leading pretty much to the middle of the veranda into that front window there, and not to the front door. Now you can see the paving that comes around the side here. I've done it in a combination of the tile with a brick header course. You go past that mini orb gate and down the side. Now if you wanted to look, it's obviously going to cost you more, but to do paving down this side of the fence, I think that would be nice. Obviously the alfresco, if we can expand and make the alfresco as big as possible, that'd be great. In this particular scenario, you'll only see that there's a room for a dining table, which is kind of where I like the other one. And then on that rear boundary, I've taken that height up to 2.4 meters, and I've given you this this nice feature screen. This is actually a light box. It's made out of Corten, which is a sort of a rusty iron, and then an acrylic panel, and then we just do that as a light box. Now we can change that design. There's lots of different designs that we can do this with. This was just a particular pattern that I picked today. A little bit of garden bed. You can see I've put the barbecue underneath a cantilevered roof structure so that you can have a bit of protection there. Minimal space for paving. It's only about 1 meter wide. You've got, I mean, you know how tight this space is. Very little room for lawn and planting, but I would like to get something up against that brick wall just to soften it all, and then of course down that side again, go back to the exposed ag. So hopefully you have a think about these two designs. I'll be able to get these into a plan for you. And once we have it in a plan, then we can start applying prices to areas of paving, aggregates, concrete driveways, and things like that. So have a think and let me know